Yo, what's up, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, representing the squad. I decided to go to San Antonio Regionals today just to have some fun. I wanted to get my 90-90 boo-boo on. So I took my Gym Nights. It's a deck that I know very well. I've been playing it for 9 years. It's progressed, and you know, it's really changed so much in comparison to how it was. I played the FTK variant. Like, I was very unlucky with my dice rolls. I didn't get to go first except for the last 2 games, so I lost every dice roll. But I got 10th place today. I took 2 L's and I took them with pride. But I'm going to show you guys my build. I'm going to show you all the interactions that this deck has, and kind of let you know why like this guy has to go to 1 for a reason. Alright, so the main deck, I played 3 block dragon. Some lists play 2, but you got to understand, like, you put in a lot of work trying to see this card. Sometimes you're even curious, right? Like, when you're doing all the work to see it, why not maximize on the copies on it? So that way all those excess resources that you've expended trying to see him can be used to put more monsters on the board for the burn increments. So it made stupid sense. I even top decked this card and won a duel because of it. He's the life, like, he's yeah, like literally he's the lifeblood of the deck. And because of the goblins now, I can always put the nightmares. I can always put goblin as chainlink 2, and this as chainlink 1, so it never ever get ash. It did get called by the grave one time, and I was kind of salty, but I still FTK'd him. So we played 3 block dragon, and then you summon this in the middle of your FTK before you summon Master Diamond and Lapis Lazuli, so that they can't ghost over you. Like, when you have called by the grave, you already hit the ash, and the ghost ogre, they can't do it because they can't destroy your monsters. So he's busted. Then he floats. Then I played 3 rescue rabbits. If you open with this and this is game, like there's 27 different combinations of 2-card combos, and then there's 17 different 3-card combos, and altogether it's sequential. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, if you add everything up, every hand is an FTK. It really is. You just have to not get Ash Blossom. And there was not a single game where I did not FTK. There were some games where my FTK got interrupted by like a strike or a torrential. But every single game, I had the FTK. Whether I pulled it off or not, I had the cards to do so. And then I played more starter cards. I played 3 Lone Fire Blossom, and I played 3 Scorpios. This is just a 2 of my fusions. Like, especially when you already have Block Dragon in hand, and you resolve this, you win the duel. Like, ultimately, to get the OTK, you have to have a Gem Knight fusion in hand, and you have to have the resources Block Dragon gives you, which is Obsidian, Lapis, and Crystal Rolls. So, like, you don't always have to resolve Phantom Quartz for the win, but, like, it's overkill when you do. So, like, these are all my starter cards, these 12. It's something weird. I played 2 Cobras. The reason is because not only do I have bad luck with drawing my 1-ups, but I'd hate to have dead engine cards in my deck just because, like, I didn't dedicate an extra slot to this card. I respect the Predator Play engine. I like it a lot. Even when I tested this at 1, I drew it so much, I don't understand why. It's like a Lightsworn player playing Garnet and they draw it. Like, there's reason for playing 2. So it's really good to play 2. And then getting to the actual Gym Knight stuff, I played 3 Armadillo. He's the Stratos. He's the big dick boss, bro. Like, he puts in a lot of work. He's a rock. He searches your combo pieces. If you open up with him, Obsidian, and a fusion, like, you can still FTK, bro. Like, it's just stupid what you can do. So he's insane. He's a gem. Like, him Unexpected Die, him and Brilliant Fusion, like, it's game time. Like, it's crazy. This deck goes, like, off. It goes more bananas than Spirals does, bro. More bananas than Goki's does. Like, it was like playing Solitaire. Then I played 3 Obsidians. Obsidian is one of the best play extenders in this deck. Sometimes you can't make Phantom Quartz, but when you resolve this, it allows you to. And opening with this in a Predator Plant, like, you're going to game your opponent no matter what. And then I played 3 Lazulis. I looped this at least 5 times every duel. I used 3, and then I put them back, and then used 2 more in the same turn to keep adding the same resources back. So when I say, like, 2-card FTK, it's no exaggeration, bro. Like, it's just 2 cards. It's very consistent, too, because you think of all the combinations of 2 cards, and you play them all at 3, like, it's just too easy. Then I played 3 Garnets. I actually don't care if I draw them. And I played 1 Lapis. These were the only Gym Knights I played. Now, the reason why I didn't play Tourmaline is because my deck is different from other FTK decks. I can OTK without using Prismara or Topaz. Because, like, I play more Link heavy. I play Link spam with my Gym Knights instead of, like, Fusion spamming. I played Crystal Rolls because it's part of the combo. You want to resolve your Block Dragon and search this plus Lapis and Obsidian. That's pretty much how you're going to do it. The levels add up to 8. I'm sorry, you guys. I apologize for the background noise. And then the Goblin Bird because it's part of the combo. When you go on Invoker, this is the combo piece you want to special. So, like, the reason why I play Goblin Bird is because even when if I draw it, I can still do something with it. Versus, like, the Thousand Blades, like, in Lightsworns, that's good, but in this deck, you banish all your Earths. So it has no synergy in the grave. And this card is insane. Like, this helps you to grind. Like, this deck doesn't seem like it can grind, but, like, this is one of the main reasons why you could grind. It's a free resource every single turn. It adds you at least a +2 every single turn. You're going to get 2 extra monsters that you didn't have. And it's going to be a special summon body on the field every time for the burn. It's broken. And then for my spells, I played 3 Brilliant Fusion. Naturally, Brilliant Fusion plus like anything is game. Because all your monsters, minus like, well, if you open Brilliant Fusion and Rabbit, it's game. If you open Brilliant Fusion and Armadillo, it's game. If you open with any fusion plus Predaplant, it's overkill because you can actually FTK with 1 Predaplant because of Goblin. Like, I learned how to do this last night practicing, bro. I didn't get it from anybody. If I open with this card or Lone Fire Blossom, it's game. I don't need anything else. I got 4 garbage hands, like 4 garbage cards in my hand. As long as one of them a monster, I can do the FTK off of just a Predaplant. Like, if we have time, I'll probably show you. It's crazy, bro. Like, this deck is retarded. But yeah, Brilliant Fusion plus any gym monster is game. We have 3 Gem Knight Fusion. Like, this helped me out a lot. I played 4 Pendulum Magicians. I went second against all of them. The worst board that I had to play through was just Hope Harbinger, Titanic Galaxy, and Vortex. Some people would say for Gem Knights that's too much, more than 1 disruption, but you gotta know how to play your cards right. I was able to bait things out. Block Dragon really was like the saving grace because even some of my cards got negated, they never got destroyed because of Block Dragon. So it allowed me to go into other link plays. And the Phantom Quartz, like, he's like Captain Save-A-Ho, bro. Like, if you save your best play as him and the Block Dragon, like, you're gonna win no matter what. And this deck has so many starter cards, so many baits for Ash Blossom and negates. It's crazy. Like, in the last, not the last, but the second to last round, I played against Magicians and I just did Mrs. Radiant. Like, he let my Predaplant resolve, and I knew he was saving his negate for Ash Blossom. So I missed his Radiant, and I had Gem Knight Fusion. I played it, and he negated it, and I used the Garnet that I discarded for cost for my Predaplant to add it back. And then I went into Mrs. Radiant, I made my my Zirconia, and I beat over the Hope Harbinger, and then I FTK'd him at the end of my battle phase. It was stupid. Like, I didn't even have to really play into the negates. Like, they just, it just seemed like he didn't know what to stop. And honestly, it is smart to not stop the Predaplant because if they already have Brilliant Fusion, like, you just wasted your negate. But in addition to that, when you open with Predaplant, they always think 60-card deck, some kind of variant with dinos. Like, they never expect FTK. And then we have 3 Unexpected Die. I wanted to maximize on this card because you open with this and Gem Armadillo. If you open with this and any gem monster, you open with this and Predaplant. If you open with this and Rescue Rabbit or this plus any fusion, like, as long as you have a gem monster, like, it's overkill. Like, it's more than an FTK. And I only mained 2 Called by the Graves. I was playing 3, but like, I was seeing it too much, and it's not really a combo piece. It's really just in case they have the Ash. And like, that's the only reason why I play 2, because not everybody's gonna always have Ash, and it's the only hand trap that can stop this deck. And the thing is, it's not ashing the Brilliant Fusion, it's ashing the Block Dragon. Because like, there's a lot of games where I opened this card because I played at 3 and I played Foolish, and they would ash my Brilliant Fusion and it literally did nothing to me because I still had this. The purpose of Brilliant is to get to this, and if you already have this, it doesn't even matter. So like, they would ash that, and sometimes I'd just be like, nah, forget it. But like, when you need to get this, that's when you call by the Grave the Ash Blossom. But Ogre doesn't hurt. Droll, you can play around Droll, bro. Like, the only search you have to resolve is Block Dragon. Once you resolve that and they Droll and Lockbird you, that's totally fine. Like, you already searched what you needed anyways. You get like 1 or 2 searches, and then the rest is just all the FTK. So Call by the Grave put in a lot of work today. Even in the Spiral matchup, just banishing the double what's his name, the Super Agent, so that double Helix, because his name is Super Agent, like, it wouldn't work. It was really cool. And then we have Soul Charge, Monster Reborn, and Foolish. These are all one-of extenders. This is the 4th Block Dragon. You can also combo off with it to make your Phantom Quartz. Like, when you have Vanilla's Engrave, you just dump your, or when you have Fusion Engrave, you just dump Crystal Rose. Banish Special itself, dump, and then add a resource, you normal, and then you make your Phantom Quartz. So it's like, Phantom Quartz to me, it's like double Helix or Isolde and Gokis, or even Electrum and Pendulums. When you make it, you can start winning. But you also can win without it, which is why this deck is like so powerful.
What are we gonna eat?
And I played no hand traps. I didn't main anything, like, and I went second all day, bro. Like, I didn't main any disruption, like, nothing. Like, when people made boards, I literally just had to do the best that I could to play through it. And I purposely played no hand traps and no disruption because I wanted to see how good I really am. Like, I wanted to see what I'm made of, you feel me? And to me, it's nothing more challenging than busting a board wide open when you have nothing to make it mediocre. If the combo's fulfilled and you got Tri-Gate, Co-Linked, and, you know, the Griffin and all that, like, you have to know what you're doing to play around that. And we did very well doing that. Now for the extra deck. I played 2 Master Diamonds. You don't need more. In fact, even when this goes to 1, no, I'm not going to say anything. We're playing 2 Lapis Lazuli because she's part of the FTK. You only need 2. Contrary to what people tell you, like, you only need 2. I promise you. You're never going to need a 3rd. You play your cards right. You can put this back to your extra deck anyways with Phantom Quartz. Everything you have is recyclable, so you don't need to play 3 of anything. And then I played 2 Zirconia. He's one of the best fusions to make. He's the easiest one. Sometimes I would fuse using Lazuli and Block Dragon in field just so I can mask Block Dragon as Chain Link 1 and Lazuli as Chain Link 2 so I won't get ashed. Because like I said, the only thing that Ash hurts in this deck is Block Dragon. Not Phantom Quartz, not Brilliant Fusion, not Predaplant, Block Dragon. And that's one of the reasons why I played the Nightmare Goblin, so that when I would bring out the Block Dragon, it would be Mrs. Radiant, right? Predaplant, Mrs. Radiant. And then I would use the Block Dragon, and this that got summoned off Brilliant Fusion going to Goblin. Goblin Chainlink 2, Block Dragon Chainlink 1. Once that resolves, I'll FTK. So I only played 6 fusions. Then I played 2 Phantom Quartz MVP. You can even loop himself, so you only need 2. This card is just stupid. Even in awkward situations, like when I was playing in time, being able to make this under pressure, it started like changing the tide of the game. Like basically I made this and I was losing, and then as soon as I resolved it, I started winning, and I did win. It's stupid. And then I played Mrs. Radiant. I played a couple Nightmare cards. I guess you could call this Gym Nightmare. I only played these because these are the only Nightmares that you can resolve turn 1. The reason why these are good is because they discard. You need to be able to discard your Crystal Rose so that you can get the extra body on field. So you use the extra normal summon from him for the Gym Armadillo or any Gym monster. You discard the Crystal Rose specially, make it a Gym. You go into your Phantom Quartz off of just the Predaplant. Like, that's all you do. And this also helped me because I need to draw extra cards. And then sometimes, like, I have like a Lazuli that I need to resolve in order to make a bigger fusion. So I'll use this and I'll shuffle my own Brilliant Fusion back into the deck, draw a card, and then, you know, go off from there. Then I played Curious. Curious was here because even though I played 4 ways to get to Block Dragon, well, I played 3 Block Dragons in the Foolish, and then I played the 6 Predaplants and then 3 Brilliant Fusion, which is technically like 13 ways to get to it. You still don't always have it. And without Block Dragon, your plays are very mediocre because it gives you free resources. It's a +3. So I would just make Curious whenever I didn't have Block Dragon. Like if you have Armadillo plus Obsidian and Gym Knight Fusion, you can make the Curious and you get the Block Dragon, and then as long as you have Block Dragon Gym Knight Fusion, you FTK. And then I had Skull Dread because he's stupid. Again, it's another way to mask the Block Dragon. You do Skull Dread Chainlink 2, you don't care about the draw, and then Block Dragon Chainlink 1 because you care about the search. And then I played True King of all Chlamydia because, like, if you don't FTK for some reason, whatever reason, like if you can't, which you always do, you make this. And I made this under pressure a lot. Like, it got me game. Like, I think game 1 I opened really bad and I didn't have Block Dragon. But I ended up making double Master Diamond, and then I burned until he had 2,500 life points. I made this, pass, stalled for a turn, and then I Phantom Quartz back my Lapis Lazuli, and then summoned her and just burned him for the rest of the damage. And then I play Invoker for the combo. So I didn't main deck hand shots, but I did not want to lose the Degeneracy, so I did side 3 Ash Blossoms. My side deck is basically dedicated to going second, because if I go first, I'm going to win. Which happened like every time, but I didn't really win any dice rolls. So we played 3 Ash, 3 Evenlies. Evenly did not put in work today at all. Like, I never resolved Evenly successfully. It got negated every single time. I had to just do it the hard way and bust the board wide open. And then I played 3 Red Reboot for just like so many different matchups. I had to respect the Altergeist matchup. I had to respect that Paleos are still around. I had to respect that Dracos, people are going to be trying to get in their last little squeeze. Oh, Masterpiece is going to be banned. Might as well just play it while I can type stuff. So this was just too good. And then also this helps me because if I'm playing going second, like against any deck that is smart enough to cite Dimensional Barriers and call Fusion, I would have the Red Reboot for the D barrier. And then I had the Dark Hole Raigeki. I never really resolved this even when I had it in hand, because every time I had it in hand, I already had the FTK, and I was like, why would I do that? Like, they have special summon monsters. I'm going to just use them to my advantage and burn them for their monsters. Like, basically, you punish them for trying to win. And then I played 2 Spirit Modes, should have played 3. And because, again, I respect Altergeist, I was playing the Time Lords. But I never even played it. Like, I never drew it. I never sided it. I feel like this should have been 3 raw Spirit Modes, and then this could have been, like, a random card. I don't know. It could have been anything. But, like, I felt like my side deck didn't put in any work. Like, the only card that I actually saw today was the Spear Mode, and I didn't even want a Spear Mode. And, like, the evenly matches, yeah, I saw them, but they got negated, and I never drew red reboots, like, at all. Like, even when I sided them. And I sided them for a good reason, but I never saw them. So, like, today, like, I got all the W's off of this. Like, this is all I had, basically. I had to work with the best that I, do the best that I could with the resources provided. But yeah, you guys, that concludes the deck profile. I hope that you did enjoy this. Thank you very much for being faithful to my channel. You definitely stay tuned for future content. I have a lot coming up, a lot of goals and aspirations. And I didn't forget about any of the requests that you made of me. God bless y'all. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. Definitely be safe. And like I said, man, like I told you guys all the time, it's not the deck, it's the player. You can play with anything. You just have to be dedicated enough to take out cards that you want for the cards that you need. And like that's the issue I had. Like I would play decks that are really good to me, but I would play cards that are very, very, questionable. And I had to learn to like make sacrifices and play what's necessary to win. And that's what you could do in any deck. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out, you guys. Peace.